Hi. Now before we go into the lesson, what is the difference between a medicine bottle and a doormat? Medicine bottle and a doormat. What is the difference between these two? And in medicine bottle, we shake it, then we take it. In doormat, we first shake it, then we take it. Okay. Now let us go to the lesson. Giving advice is an easy one. Very easily anyone can give advice. But the problem is listening to an advice is a boring, that you know very well, and most of you don't listen to the advice at all. And sometimes what you do, you mock the advisor. One who advises, you mock them. You just comment on that. Okay. Now let us go to the lesson, the golden path. Golden path. And here the famous Gopalakrishna Gokhale, the freedom fighter of our country, is giving you some advice. And if you go through the text, you will come to know what kind of advice it is and what is there in that advice. It is really useful to us all. And on the 25th July 1911 in Victoria Hall, Mumbai, he was given a warm welcome by the students, university students, and by hearing that he was much pleased. Gokhale was much pleased and he is giving advice to us. And let us go through the text. Please open the book, open your book, page number 46, and you just go through the text as I read. My first duty on rising to tender my most sincere and grateful thanks to the students for their address which they have just now presented to me. Rising. My first duty is on rising. Here it has got another meaning. It is replying. Every word has got different kinds of meaning. A word in English has got different meanings for that, and that too according to the sentences given. Like that, in this sentence it has got the meaning replying. And tender. Tender has also got many meanings for that. And here it is offer. Tender means offer. And he is offering his advices to the students. And there is no doubt whatever in my mind that if I could go back once again to the days of my studenthood. Here in this lesson also, the Gokhale is going back to his studenthood. Like the previous lesson, we saw that the author was going back to his childhood. Here Gokhale is going back to his studenthood. He is remembering his student life. I would do so at once with pleasure. The life of a student is, comparatively speaking, a sheltered life. Sheltered, that is protected. How the student's life is protected, and that we are going to see again. And now for the antonym for this is unprotected. Synonym is protected and the antonym is unprotected. And every student is protected during his studenthood, during his college life. How it is, he is going to say the same thing. There are of course certain responsibilities. After this, we have got some responsibilities. What are the responsibilities we have? That too we are going to see in this lesson. Certain responsibilities. They are definite and they are assigned to you by those who are willing to take care of you, and those responsibilities are given to you by those who are interested in your future, and there is not much need to be constantly exercising, that means very often, very often, and the antonym is rarely. Very often is a synonym and rarely is a antonym for that. Exercising your own judgments. The exercising here, it has got another meaning, exercising. That means making use of. And the ways and the things are, you should make use of them as per your own judgment. That's what Gokhale is saying. You know that in later life the position is reversed. In later life, after the schooling, after the college education, you have some other responsibilities. Instead of others helping you, that means in the college life your parents are helping you and your teachers are helping you, and after going out from that, you have to, in the first place, to help yourself. First you have to help yourself, gentlemen, because this is a happy part of your life, and this college, he is mentioning the college life is the studenthood is the happiest part of everyone's life. There are certain responsibilities attached to it which must be well discharged by you. Discharged. That means carried out. You have got some responsibilities to carry out, because no privilege is a special benefit. It is special benefit in life worth having, unless it is attended by corresponding duties, and there are certain duties, and he is giving us the duties what we have to do after coming out from the collegiate also, which those who placed you in your present privileged position expect you to perform. That means that privileges and the responsibilities you have to perform yourself, and that too according to the judgment of your own mind it is. And we have got some questions after that, and the first question is, which period of life does Gokhale consider a very happy one? That is what we have seen so far. Which period of life does Gokhale consider a very happy one? It is of course the studenthood, and Gokhale considers the days of studenthood a very happy one. A very happy one. Gokhale considers the days of his studenthood a very happy one. And from the question, see, there is does and consider, and because of the questioning we have split the verb into two. So when you give answer, you have to write as considers. Does plus consider, considers. So give the answer like that. Gokhale considers the days of his studenthood a very happy one, of course for everyone. Now the next question is, Are students free from responsibilities? From responsibilities. Why? Are students free from responsibilities? As per Gokhale, students have got the responsibilities. So, our answer should be no. And we have to give why, isn't it? So, the students are not. The students are not free from responsibilities. Responsibilities. They have, that means students have assigned, given, assigned means given to them by those who are willing to take care of them. See again, the students are not free from responsibilities. They have assigned to them by those who are willing to take care of them. That means, when you are a student, your parents' expectations are more, that you know, and the teachers also expect you to come up in life, and they, in such a way they teach the lessons. Such responsibilities are on the head of the students. That is what Gokhale is saying there. Now next, I will consider these duties under 4 heads. This is a very important part of this lesson. Again, and duties under 4 heads. First of all, the duty which you owe yourself. The duty which you owe to yourself. To yourselves. The second one is the duty which you owe to your fellow students. Fellow students. The third one is the duty which you owe to those authority over you, authority over you. The fourth one is the duty which you owe to those who are around you. Again, the duty which you owe to yourself, the duty which you owe to your fellow students, the duty which you owe to those authority over you, the duty which you owe to those who are around you. This is a fourfold, the 4 heads the Gokhale has given you, and apart from studying this, learning this for the examinations, it is very important for you to keep it in your mind. That's how Gokhale is giving you. Now let us see the duties one by one. The first one, duty to yourself. What are the duties we have, especially during the studenthood? the duty to yourself is twofold. It is in two folds, two ways. You have first of all to lay by a stock of knowledge that will suffice you not sincerely for your examinations, but will be helpful to you in the later life. So, in these two folds, the first one is we have got to lay by a stock of knowledge. Stock of knowledge. While you learn, while you study in the college, in the studenthood, you have to gather, you have to store. Stock means store your knowledge, what you are getting from your teachers in the college life, you have to stock it. And to lay by, that means lay by means you keep it for future use, for future use. For future use, that means you are stocking, you are storing the knowledge for future use. That is what you are getting from the studenthood. And the next one is and some more, he is giving you some more explanations for this. To lay by a stock of knowledge not only for the examination, it will be helpful for also for the examination, and not only for the examination but for the future life, he is saying in this point. And the knowledge is an exacting mistress. Knowledge is an exacting mistress. Exacting. It is a new word for you. Demanding. It is demanding you. Demanding. The knowledge is demanding, and it is your here mistress. It has got another meaning. It is the owner of your life. It is the owner of your life. Knowledge is an exacting mistress. She needs devotion. Which needs devotion? Knowledge needs devotion, wholehearted on the part of a person who seeks her. Wholehearted. When you store, when you gather the knowledge, you need devotion and wholehearted. Such wholehearted devotion is possible only in the days of studenthood. This is only possible in the studenthood. Therefore, the first part of the duty towards yourself is to take the utmost advantage of your present position. That means studenthood. While you are a student, you have to take the almost advantage and lay by a stock of knowledge that will be useful to you in a later life. Whatever the knowledge you gather in your studenthood, you have to store it and you have to make use it for the future life. That is what Gokhale is saying. Now, the next one, we have already seen that it has got two folds, and the second one is the importance of character. Importance of character. What kind of character do we need during the college life, studenthood, that Gokhale is saying now? But it is more not merely knowledge that will help you or help any class of human beings by itself. Only the knowledge will not help you to stand and to face the life. Along with the knowledge, there is another requisite, that is requirement. It is a requirement, requisite. What is the requirement needed that you must secure? And that is character. Character is the requirement needed apart from getting the knowledge. It is almost a truism, and another word, new word is given, truism. It is obviously true. Truism, obviously true. It is true to say that more depends for success in life on character than on knowledge. Than on knowledge. Well, if at all you get the knowledge, if you get more knowledge during your childhood, it is not at all enough unless you have got the required character. It is an invidious, that is unjust. It is invidious thing to distinguish between comparative values of knowledge and character, and we cannot distinguish the character and the knowledge. That's what Gokhale is saying. But since both are indispensable, that means essential, indispensable, essential, dispensable, it is essential. It is an invidious thing to distinguish between comparative values of knowledge and character, but since both are indispensable, I would urge on you that you should attach as much importance to character as to knowledge. That means you have to give importance to the character also. Character. Now, this character must show itself is earnestness. Earnestness, that means honest. You should be very honest while exercising your character. In energy of action and in high and generous sentiments being brought to bear upon the discharge of your duties, and in recognizing what is due to yourself. You have to acquire a character which will rise the whole life of the people amidst whom you move and for whom you are expected to work. That means after schooling, after college life, you are going to work in the middle of the people. In the public you are going to work. So, you must be able to adjust yourself with others. For that you need a good character. That is what Gokhale is saying. Now, we have got some questions after this. What requires wholehearted devotion. Wholehearted devotion. What is required? Knowledge, requires wholehearted devotion. The next question is, what is your primary duty towards yourself? What is your primary duty towards yourself? And answer for this: acquiring knowledge. Acquiring knowledge is our primary duty to ourselves. That means when you acquire knowledge, it is helpful to you yourself. That is what Gokhale is saying. How would it help you in later? How it will be useful for you? If at all you acquire knowledge during your studenthood, how it will be useful for you? It would help us to choose a bright career. In later life. That is how you are going to acquire the knowledge which will be useful in later life. What kind of character should you acquire? While you are student? While you are a student. What kind of character should you acquire while you are a student? The character must show itself in earnestness. And there should be energy of action and generous sentiments. Generous sentiments, that means you should open your mind and heart while you learn something which will be useful in the later life. The character must show itself in earnestness, it means it should be honorable. There should be energy of action and generous sentiments. Now let us see the next part of it. As character will naturally have to act on those around you, that means the character which will be useful for the people, those who are around you. The stronger, the firmer, the nobler it is. The character should be stronger. And the firmer, the nobler. The character should be like in such a way. The better work you will do for the country. Even if you acquire a fairly high character while you are at school or college, it may not always be easy to retain that character in the struggles of later life. You may be very good in the school days, in the college days, you may have a good character, but when you come out of it, when you face the public, when you come out and get a job, whether it will be useful, the character you have been following in the college, that will be useful or not. That is what Gogol is saying. And what kind of characters you should have. Even if you acquire fairly high character while you are at school or college, it may not always be easy to retain that character in the struggles of later life, because you are sure to be acted upon by those who are around you. But if you begin by acquiring a strong character for yourself, and when you in course of time occupy the place of the present seniors, then the students or the younger men of the succeeding generation will find that the forces that act on them are most helpful for retaining a good character than possibly what you may be able to find today. That means you must be able to retain the character you have acquired during the collegiate days. This is the twofold duty which you owe to yourselves: the acquiring of knowledge not only knowledge from every quarter which will be useful to you in later life, and acquiring character which will enable you to achieve success in whatever work you may take on hand. That in brief is duty to yourself, that it is the duty of you to acquire a knowledge that will be useful in your later life, and the character which will be useful for you to face the public. And there are some questions also again. What is a twofold duty to be acquired by students? The duty to be acquired by students are acquiring knowledge and acquiring character. These two things are very, very necessary for you to face the life. The duty to be acquired by students are acquiring knowledge and acquiring character. The second question: is character influenced by surroundings? How? It is how. Is character influenced by surroundings? How? Yes, of course, the surroundings influence the character. Surroundings act upon a person and mold his character. I need not explain you what kind of people, what kind of friends you must have during your collegiate education or school education, and your teachers or your parents might have given you advice regarding this. Here, the surrounding act upon a person and mold his character. It is the answer for this. Now, let us go to the second important point given by Gokhale. The second one is duty to fellow students. Duty to fellow students. How you are going to cope up with your fellow students, your schoolmates or college mates. Let us see that. What Gokhale has said. Your duty to your fellow students will teach you in later life. That means what are the experiences you have with your students, with your classmates, college mates, that must be very helpful to you in future and will secure for you the habit of cooperation, and from this what you get is cooperation. That is what is expected in the IT field also. In the IT field also, they conduct a group discussion before giving you the appointment, GD, and how you cope up with the other people and how you are managing a group discussion. For that you will be given marks, and that is what you have to get during your collegiate education. Very well said by in the year 1911 itself, Gokhale has given you this advice. So, the cooperation is very, very important. The foundation of the habit of cooperation is really to be laid in our student days, and during the students days only you will be able to learn the cooperation. That is what Gokhale is saying, because you are trained to be together in your school, you are trained how you will have to cope up with your fellow students. That the training will be given in the college or school, and you cannot have it all your own way. That too, you cannot behave with your fellow students as you wish. That is giving importance to that. Gokhale is giving importance to that. As you wish, as you like, you cannot behave with your fellow students. And if you want to get on with your class, therefore, if you use your opportunities properly, you will know exactly how to get on with them by sometimes giving in to them and sometimes standing out of your own view, being. And here, Gokhale, what Gokhale is saying, you will know exactly how to get in, how to get on, how to manage with the problems, how to tackle the fellow students is very important. And with them, by sometimes giving in to them, sometimes you have to compromise with them. That's what Gokhale is saying. And sometimes standing out of your own view, even if you in one problem you may have your own views that you will not be able to express in public. That is what he is saying. And being regardful of the feelings, that means respecting the others' feelings also. That's you will get out of this cooperation. Respecting others' feelings is very, very important, and considerations of other people, and hearing what the other people is saying is very important. The habit of cooperation, once acquired, will continue with you all your life. This kind of cooperation you will be trained in the college days, school days, and that will continue in your later life also. Once you acquired it, you will continue it in the future life also. It is not easy to acquire it in later life if you have not already acquired it in your student days. And this sentence has to be underlined, and it is helpful for you in future also. It is not easy to acquire it in later life. That means when you go out of the college, you may not get this kind of cooperation. And if you have not already acquired it in your student days, during your student days only you can acquire it. This is very, very important quotation, you may take it. Duty to parents and teachers. And the next one is duty to parents and teachers. And what Gokhale is saying under this topic, let us see. Your third duty is towards those, the authority over you. The authority over you. What kind of authority, and what are those people having authority on you? Can you guess? Yes, of course, it is your parents. Your parents have got authority over you because they are giving you all respect and they are giving you everything you want. So, next one is the teachers. They also, all the teachers think and they give you everything for your benefit. They all wish you to go up in life. That is the duty of the teachers also, that authority over you. Your duty is towards those in authority over you. Obedience to parents. Obedience to parents. It is very, very, very important. And now, frankly saying, now it is lacking among the students. Obedience to parents, especially during the time of studenthood, and reverence to teachers. Reverence to teachers. Reverence means, reverence, what is respect? Respect to your teachers. While you are studying under them, these are two of the most essential conditions necessary for acquiring knowledge. And these two are the conditions required to acquire knowledge. Conditions required for getting knowledge, acquire knowledge is obedience to parents and reverence to teachers. These two are most essential conditions necessary for acquiring knowledge and for taking the fullest advantage of those opportunities which are placed within your reach while you are students. And fullest advantage of those opportunities which are placed within your reach while you are students. That you can acquire these things, you can acquire the knowledge and the character, and giving obedience to your parents and reverence to your teachers are very near to you, that easily you can acquire it. And while you are young men and students, while parents have to care for you and find means wherewith to enable you to prosecute, that means continue, to enable you to prosecute your studies, it is necessary that their wishes should prevail with you in all matters. That is what Gokhale is saying. If you obey your parents and if you respect your teachers, and their wishes will be with you always. But when once your education is completed and the struggle of life commences, and when you are able to stand on your own legs, when your education is completed, when you have completed your education, the struggle of our life starts. And when you are able to stand on your own legs, you owe to yourself and to your country. And when you come out of the school, college, you have to respect yourselves. That means you are going to search for a job, or you are going to work in a concern, and you are going to work for the country, that you should use your own judgment as to what work you should do and what kind of work, apart from the job you have got, what you are going to do is in your hands. That is, according to your judgment you have to act. And we have some questions also here. What are the two valuable qualities to be practiced by you as a student? What are the two valuable qualities as a student? And that's what I have already written on the board. It is obedience to your parents and reverence to teachers. These two qualities are needed for a student. And the next question is, when does one make decision of his own? When does one make decisions of his own? When his education is over, he has to and you can very well put should, he should, instead of that you can put should, make decisions of his own. And after the schooling only you can make your own decision, after your education, when you face the life. The next one is reverence towards teachers. In the same way, you owe reverence to your teacher while you are at school or college. Unless your whole attitude in the college or school is founded upon a proper feeling of reverence for the teachers, you will miss one of the principal lessons of the school or college life. And it is a basic thing. That's what Gokhale is saying. It is a basic thing that you have to learn how to respect your teachers. That you will get only during your collegiate education. And the appreciation of discipline. You will get appreciation on your discipline. That means on your own character. You will be prized by all when you acquire this. Remember that in later life, along with the spirit of cooperation, what you will need most and what you need most in public life is a true spirit of discipline. What you get is a true spirit of discipline. You will get only in the schooling. The true spirit of that discipline which voluntarily subordinates is a new word, subordinates, that is supports. It is support. It has got some other meanings also, but here in this sentence the meaning is supports your judgment. The discipline what you are getting in your schooling, in your collegiate education, will support you to take your own judgment in life, your convenience and personal gain to common good. Unless you acquire this habit at school or college, it will not be possible for you to acquire it in later life, and it is not at all possible to acquire when you come out of the college. And you have got some questions also at the back. What is the precious virtue obtained out of reverence to the teachers? What is the precious virtue obtained out of reverence to the teachers? When you give reverence to the teachers, what are the things you gain? Appreciation of discipline. Appreciation of discipline. Appreciation of discipline is the precious virtue obtained out of reverence for the teachers. What you will get out of this? The appreciation of discipline will get out of this. Next question, how would you define the true spirit of discipline? How would you define the true spirit of discipline? The true spirit of discipline subordinates, subordinates our judgment. A very nice saying it is. The true spirit of discipline subordinates our judgment. And after this, duty to government. The next one is duty to government. And so far he has given us what are the characters, what are the knowledges we should acquire during your collegiate days. Now he is telling what is our duty to the government. duty to government. What we should do after coming out of the college, coming out of the education? In addition to that, you owe a duty to the rulers. That means government. The government which is the supreme authority over us all. That means we have to depend, we are depending upon the government for each and everything that you know very well. Students with their generous mind and unsophisticated hearts naturally fall an easy prey to stirring up emotions. That is very, very important. And students what they have is a generous mind. Generous mind, unsophisticated hearts they have got. Unsophisticated hearts, that means simple, very simple it is. Simple hearts, that is why they are stirred up to the emotions. Stirring up emotions. That means they will easily fall the prey to the people around him. See, the students have generous mind, unsophisticated hearts. That means soft hearts they have got. So they easily believe which is not true. Very nicely he is saying that. But that very circumstance unfits them in some instances to exercise independent judgment on current affairs. And in the current affairs, when he comes out of the college, he'll have to face, the students have to face a lot of things, especially the politics. And what is going on in front of us will not be a true one. And the student has to act according to that, and he has to judge which is good and which is bad. But the Gokula is saying the students have generous mind and soft hearts, so they easily fall as a prey to the people. In any case, as long as they are students not standing on their own feet, it is not their business to do so. When they are students, they have nothing to do with the current affairs, what is happening, what is going on in the public. But you might have seen watched in the TVs and read in the newspapers that now most of the students are involving in the politics. That is not good for their future. They have to just get away from that. In any case, while they are students, their attitude towards the government of the country, such as it may be good, bad or different, should be one of the accusants. Should be one of the accusants. Accusants is a new word for you. Acquiescence. Acceptance. It is acceptance or to agree. We have to agree what is going on in the public, and you should do nothing whereby your relations with the authorities will be disturbed. You should no doubt study public questions, but wait for your time. That means whatever is happening in front of you, you should not involve yourself immediately. You have to think it over. Then when you get time for it, you can involve yourself. But while you are students, you should give no cause to anybody to say that your attitude towards the authorities is one of the greater or less hostility. Hostility. State of enemy. State of enemy. That means your activities towards the government should not be any way be enemy to the authorities. That's what Gokhale is saying. And here we have got some more questions. What makes the students give way to emotions easily? Because students have generous minds and innocent hearts. This makes them to give way to emotions easily. Very easily they fall prey upon. Students have generous minds and innocent hearts. This makes them to give way to emotions easily. Not only Gokhale, and everybody thinks that the students are very good. Students have got generous minds and innocent hearts. You have to keep it up. You have to show that you are intelligent and you have got good character. Next one is, what should be the student's attitude? The student's attitude towards the government. What should be the student's attitude towards the government? The student's attitude towards the government should be loyal, acquiescence. They should not become hostile on any account. The student's attitude towards the government should be loyal acquiescence. They should not become hostile on any account. They should not show that they are enemy to the state by their activities. And we have got the next one. Duty to wider world. Duty to wider world. Very nice word used by Gokhale. Duty to wider world. That means the public. The last duty that you owe to those who are in the wider world is to acquire a knowledge of their needs. And whatever the knowledge you acquired so far should be useful to the public. That's what he is saying. Observe their condition and observe their struggle and to acquire an attitude to mind, so as to sympathize with those who are struggling, even though you are not immediately able to give them redress. Redress is compensation. That means even if when you face the public, even if you happen to see the people demand something or people need something to lead their life, if you are unable to give them, help them with money, and you have to help them with your knowledge you have acquired during the school times. But the thing is, there is a great deal of injustice and suffering in the wider world which requires to be remedied. When it comes to you to play the part of grown-up men, it is expected you will contribute your share to remove these things. In the meantime, you must not enter the wider world without knowledge. That means you cannot enter into that, you cannot get a good job, or you cannot serve the country without a knowledge, without gaining the knowledge. So you have to gain the knowledge which will be useful to the public, useful to the wider world. Observe and study the conditions carefully as you are bound to do. It is the duty of a student. That's what he is saying now. Let us see the recap from the lesson A Golden Path. In this lesson, Gokhale is giving you very nice advice, and while talking, while speaking, while giving you the advice, he just went back to his studenthood. And the very important, the gist of this lesson, we can very well say that the duty which you owe to yourselves, the duty which you owe to yourselves, the duty which you owe to your fellow students, the duty which you owe to those authority over you, the duty which you owe to those who are around you. And in this you have got the duties, and you are not free from the duties, as Gokhale says. You have some responsibilities, that is, the expectation from you is more. The duty which you owe to your fellow students, that means from only in the childhood, only in the studenthood, you can very well learn the cooperation, how to cope up with the other students. And the duty which you owe to those authority over you, that means your parents and the teachers. Your parents, they expect you to be a very in high position, and your teachers also, they expect you to get high marks and come out with flying colors. The duty which you owe to those who are around you. When you go out of the schooling, collegiate education, what you are going to do and how you are going to behave with the other people, how you are going to face the world, that is very important. And he has given you fourfold duties. And let us see how the questions are asked in this lesson. In April 2012, April 2012, the 2 marks question. What is the twofold duty to be acquired by students? What is the twofold duty to be acquired by the students? And the same question is asked in April 2013 also. So you please note that this question is very important, and that may be asked again. See, acquiring, what are the twofold duties? Acquiring knowledge and acquiring character. Acquiring knowledge, that means during your studenthood, what you are learning should be very useful for you in the future also. And at the same time, acquiring the character, how you are going to behave with the fellow students and how you are going to behave in the public when you come out of the education. And so acquiring knowledge and acquiring character, good character, that too. What kind of character should you acquire while you are a student? What kind of character should you acquire while you are a student? And this was asked in October 2012. October 2012. And what kind of character? The character must show itself in earnestness, that we have already seen. The character must show itself in earnestness. There should be enough energy of action and generous sentiments. There should be energy of action and generous sentiments. The students are always generous, very soft in their mind. So they should not fall prey to the antisocial elements. That's what the Gokhale is saying. And as far as the and there is one more question: how is character important in life? That was asked in April 2012. But this one is 5 marks question. 5 mark, big question it is. And these two were asked for 2 marks, and this one is for 5 marks. How is character important in life? And if you go through the topic, importance of character, given in page number 47, importance of character, page that paragraph, and 48, page number 48, another passage is there. So if you go through that, you will come to know what you have to write for this one, and your teachers also will give you the text for this. Just go through and write the answer properly. And as far as the synonyms is concerned, synonyms from this lesson, invidious was asked. Invidious is asked in April 2012. Invidious in synonyms. And what is the meaning for that? It is unjust. Invidious. And in October 2012, constantly. It is constantly. Constantly means very often. We have already seen that, and this was asked in the examination. And one more, April 2013, earnest. What is the meaning of earnest? It is the seriousness. Earnestness and seriousness. Only these three were asked during the past examinations, and there was only one antonym was asked in this. Only one was asked in April 2012. The two, reverence. Reverence means respect, and the opposite will be disrespect. Only these were asked during the past examinations, but the thing is, you have to go through all the synonyms and antonyms given in the text. Under the topic vocabulary, there is an exercise given at the back of the lesson in your textbook, page number 52. Some options were given at the top of the exercise. Rahim always takes the neighbor's children to school on his way to the bus stop. That means he is helpful. He is helpful. He is helping the children. Raghav always establishes his views firmly. He refuses to listen to others. He never changes his opinion. He can be termed dash. And he is very firm in his views. He never changes his attitude. That means he is headstrong. Headstrong. Robert's friend Nazir is weak in solving problems. Every evening Robert sits with him and teaches him to work out difficult problems. So Robert is dash towards Nazir. So then Robert is helping the Nazir to solve the problems. So he is sympathetic. He has got some sympathy over Nazir, that's why he is helping him. Class 10 is very dash with their teachers. all the students are dash and are interested in teamwork. Class 10A is very cooperative. Cooperative with their teachers. What is the meaning of it? Giving cooperation to the teachers. That means whatever the teacher says, you just work out and then and there. That is the cooperation you can give to the teachers. All the students are obedient and are interested in teamwork. Obedient. So we have got five dashes and 5 options. From that we have filled up. Next exercise, and some attitudes were given at the left side, and you have got synonyms, and you will have to fill up the dashes. You fill up the spelling for that. See, invidious. What is the meaning of invidious? That we have already seen. It is unjust. So what are the spelling you have to include in the dashes? It is unjust. Reverent. Reverent means respectful. So what is the spelling for that? R-E-S. Respectful. Generous. That means benevolent. Generous, benevolent. So B-E-N-E-V-O-L-E-N-T. B-E-N-E-V-O-L-E-N-T. Benevolent. Unsophisticated. That means inexperienced. So what is the spelling missing here? P, inexperienced. Hostile, opposing. What is the spelling missing here? Opposing. See, why it is given in the text is you have to learn the synonym for the words, hard words given in the text. That's why it's given. Now the next item is a grammar. See, in your textbook, page number 52, there is a sentence given. My first duty is to tender my thanks. The Gokhale, in the very beginning of the lesson, Gokhale has said like this: my first duty is to tender my thanks. And this tender here is used as a verb here. Used as a verb. Tender means, the meaning of this one is offer. The meaning is offer. And if you change this verb into a noun, see, now let us see one more example. Tender, exact, change. Tender, exact, change. It is an imperative sentence. It starts with a verb. Here also it is used as a verb. Tender, that means tender, give away, offer. It is tender, exact, change. And tender coconut is very tasty. And here tender coconut, it is used as a noun. The same one is used as noun. Here it has got the meaning soft. The soft coconut. You know what is tender coconut? And the tender coconut. Here it is used as a noun. And the same, the tender is has got many meanings, and here it is used as a verb, and here it is used as a noun. And he has a tender heart. He has a tender heart. Here it is used as adjective. Here also the meaning is soft. Soft heart, he has got soft heart. So here it is used as a adjective. Adjective means which qualifies a noun. It is a noun, so the tender is qualifying the noun. So, how a tender, a word, single word is used in different meanings and different concepts. We have to see that. And like that, we have one more discharge. A word is given in your text, discharge. And you have to use this as a noun. As a noun very first. See, some discharge is coming out from the wound. Some discharge, it is used as a noun. It is used as noun. Some discharge, that means the pus is coming out of the wound. It is used as noun. And at the same time, he discharged his duties well. He discharged his duties well. And here it is used as a verb. The same word is used as noun and as well as used as a verb. So, let us see how the questions asked from this concept. Let us see. In first paper, in part 2, question number 13. Question number 13. Reframe the sentences using the underlined word as a verb. In April 2012, the construction of this building has been done well. The construction of this building has been done well. This one is underlined. It is a noun. It is used as a noun. The construction of this building has been done well. We have to convert this into a verb. How we are going to construct this? If at all we have to change this as a verb, we need a subject for that. So, let us see who has done this work. Who has constructed this? That means that is not given in the text. So, let us take they as a subject. They constructed. And when you change the noun into verb, you first think of the past tense. Don't go for any other tense, and which will be useful for you. First of all, you try to add ed. You make it a past word, then only you will be able to construct a full sentence. So, they constructed this building. This building has been done well. We need not give the long sentences for this. The concept is they constructed it well. So, they constructed this building well. If you give, that is only enough. How they constructed? They constructed it well. So, this kind of sentences will help you to write easily. And in October 2012, the declaration of the local holiday was given out by our collector. And declaration has to be changed as verb. So, declare, the origin of this is declare. So, if you make it past tense, declared, you are getting declared. So, we are going to use that one. And what is declared here? The local holiday. So, let us form the sentence by using this, the local holiday was declared by our collector. The local holiday was declared by our collector. We have already decided that we are going to use declared. So, there should be subject for this. And since this sentence is framed as a passive voice, how it is passive voice? And the doer of that the action is given at the back, and there is by is used here. So, the sentence is given in passive voice. We are not supposed to change the voice when we give the answer. That is why I have taken this as the subject. So, the local holiday was declared by our collector. Okay. Now, what is given in April 2013? He was punished for his disobedience, and this was asked, you are asked to change this into noun, because it is used as a verb. So, you have to change this into noun. He was punished for his disobedience, and here also was punished. It is the passive form. So, we are not supposed to change this. So, we are going to give the answer as passive voice. So, punishment was given to him for his disobedience. From this was punished. The punished, from that we can only arrive to punishment. So, punishment, I am using punishment as a subject here. Was given, again was given, the passive form I am giving. So, the sentence is in passive voice. So, this is how you have to give answer, and the question is 13. The next grammar item is phrasal verbs, and in this lesson you have got a lot of phrasal verbs, but in your textbook there are some phrasal verbs are given. See, get on. What is the meaning of get on? Unless you know the meaning, you will not be able to write it up. Cope with. Get on, cope with, that means giving cooperation, extending your cooperation. Give in, that means yield. Stand out, continue to resist, that means oppose, continue to resist. Lay by, it is used very often in the text. Keep for future use, keep for future use. Store it, lay by. And there are some exercises given at the next. Give up, Give up. The meaning is abandon an attempt to do something. Give up, giving up, and lay over. Lay over is stop at a place of journey, Get back. Get back, return. Standoffish. Standoffish. Aloof or reserved, and stand back. Move back. Move back. And these phrasal verbs, that means you have got a verb in it, and that can be used in any tense. Give up, giving up, given up. In that sense it can be used. Now give up, abandon an attempt to do something, that means giving up, stopping it. Lay over, stop at a place of journey. Stop at a place of journey, not only for the journey, for any movement. Get back, return. Standoffish, aloof or reserved. Stand back, move back. And let us see how the questions are asked from this concept. Phrasal verb, the concept. Let us see. Replace the underlined word in the sentence with one of the phrasal verbs given. Below to convey the same meaning. The same meaning it is. See, in April 2012, the question number 9, in the first paper, question number 9. I can't tolerate your laziness. The options are put off, put forward, put up with, third option is put out. Tolerate is the word given in the question paper. You have to select the correct phrasal verb from the options given. Put off, put out, put forward, put up with. So which will be the correct answer for this? Put up with. So you give the correct subdivision, question number, subdivision, and you give the answer C. You put the answer C and put up with. This is the answer for this. And April 2013. smoking is injurious to health. So, everyone must stop the habit. Stop is underlined and the options are given: give away, give in, give up, this give out. So, stop we have already seen, that means give up. The answer is C, give up. That means stop. In October 2012, what was asked in October 2012? I will discard these letters. I will discard these letters. A, throw out. B, throw off. C, take off. D, take up. Take up. So, I will discard these letters, that means he is throwing it out. That option will be A, throw out. Throw out is the answer. In the grammar part, we have got some concept in our textbook, and before we go into that, we have to see some examples for that. And this grammar is simple, related to complex and compound. And this grammar is related to simple, complex and compound, and we have to see what it is. Yes, simple. Simple means there will be phrase in one part and one main class. Main class. This, what is the meaning of class? C-L-A-U-S-E, class. It is another word, another meaning for a word. A phrase or word is called class. One main class, simple as. And complex has got one main class and a subordinate class. One main class and a subordinate class. Compound is one main class plus one more main class. Let us see how the sentences are formed under this. See, in simple. In spite of his illness, he attended the class. In spite of his illness, he attended the class. And this part is called phrase. And this one is main class. Main class. It is a phrase. Here we have got a subject and a verb and an object. So it is a completed sentence. It is called main class. If at all a sentence is a completed one with all aspect it needs, it is called main class. And in the phrase, you don't have a subject or a verb, and it starts with a phrase also. So in spite of his illness, he was ill. Even though he was ill, he attended the class. And this kind of sentence is called simple. And let us see complex. Though he was ill, he attended the class. Though he was ill, he attended the class. And there is one main class. Main class is retained there. One main class is retained. Main class. And the other one, the other half, though there is one linker. Linker is here. Linker is here, and there is a subject and the verb is also there. Though he was ill, it is not a completed sentence. Though he was ill, it needs this support. That means it depends upon this sentence, depends upon this main class. That is why it is called subordinate class. Now let us see compound. He was ill, but he attended the class. There is one main class and another main class at the back. These two are linked with conjunction. Conjunction. One main class and another main class, it is connected with a conjunction. So this is how we have to understand what is simple, what is complex, and what is compound. Let us see what is given in your text. Let us see the next item, the relative classes. Relative classes. And this is nothing but combining the sentences using the relative pronouns. And it is given in your textbook, page number 56. First, observe the following sentences. My duty is to tender thanks for their address which they have just now presented to me. And in this sentence, there is a relative pronoun which is used. The duty is to tender thanks for their address which they have just now presented to me. And this part is called relative class. Relative class. Let us see the next sentence. They are assigned to you by those who are willing to take care of you. And the sentence starts from who is called relative class. Let us see how it is. the class tells us more about the address. This class tells us about the address, and this sentence is talking about the address given by the students. So it is related to the previous sentences. So it is called a relative class, and the class is nothing but the phrase or a word, and the class speaks the nature of the people. In the next sentence, the class is speaking about the nature of the people, and the people, those who are interested, those who are taking care of the students. You mean students. So this class is talking about the people. So it is also the relative class, and these relative classes, they start with which or who, and you know the relative pronouns already. And now these are defining the main sentence, defining main sentences. So they give meaning or explain what is happening there. So they are defining. And there is one more sentence. A student of a school or college who is responsible to himself is also responsible to the society he lives in. Here also the class starts with who, but it don't tell that what is needed in the first sentence. So here it is not defining. That means it is not depending upon or giving any importance to the other subject. So it is called non-defining. Non-defining. So the relative classes are two types, and one is defining and another one is non-defining. And by reading the sentence, you have to find out how it is and what it is. And there is an exercise given in page number 57 of your text. Join the sentences given below, choosing the correct relative pronoun furnished in brackets. The first one is, this is Ram. He is the leader of our class. And this you might have worked out during your 9th standard or 8th standard. Here it has made easy for you, but because which relative pronoun you have to use, either this or that, it is given there, so it is very easy for you. Now let us join these two sentences again. This is Ram, he is the leader of our class. This is Ram, he is the leader of the class, and we use who for he. Instead of he, we use who. And another thing, where to join this who, that is very important. And here it is, the Ram is shown here, and here the leader of our class, and it is defining what he is. It is defining what he is. So we have to add WHO here, removing the he, and don't forget to remove the full stop, because we are going to combine into one sentence. Now let us see the next one. My key was missing. I found it. which what? My key was missing, I found it. Here the main theme of this sentence is finding the key which is missing. So we have to start the sentence using this. I found my key and which was missing. I found the key that was missing can also be written, but here it is which is given here. So using that we are writing it. See again here the concept is finding the key which is missing. So you have to use this in the beginning of the sentence. Next one. The performance of those students has been outstanding. They will be given special prizes. Special prizes. Whose and whom are the options given. The performance of those students has been outstanding. They will be given special prizes. Whose or who? Here in both the sentences the students are mentioned here. The importance is given to the students. They are getting the prizes. So importance is given to those students. So the students whose performance has been outstanding will be given special prizes. Don't forget to remove the full stop and don't forget to remove the they. The students whose performance has been, here we are adding whose in next to the students because the importance is given to the students. So though to give pressure to that sentence we have to add whose next to the students. I know the girl. She is a famous sports person. Whom or who are the options given. Whom or who. And here we are talking about the girl, and in the next sentence also the defining this girl. So we have to give importance to the girl. So the girl whom I know is a famous sports person. Again, the girl whom I know is a famous sports person, and we are removing that she and the full stop. The next one. He suggested many ideas. They were not practical. they were not practical. And that and what are the options given. He suggested many ideas, they were not practical. And here he suggested many ideas that were not practical. And here the importance is given to the person who suggested many ideas. So, we are starting the sentence with that, and here many ideas, and the same is repeated here. So, we are cutting it. Instead of that, we are using that pronoun here. Do not forget to write that. He suggested many ideas that were. So, that defines the ideas. So, here we are adding it. You met the actor. He is a hero of this movie. This movie, the options are whom and who. Here we are talking about the actor. So, let us give importance to that. The actor whom you met is the hero of this movie. And here the second sentence, the second class is defining about the actor. So, the importance is given to the actor. So, that is why I am bringing him to the beginning of the sentence, the actor, and whom is added here. The bridge was damaged. They were willing to set it right. Who and which are the options given. The bridge was damaged and they were willing to set it right. Here the thing is, the people who are willing to set it right is given importance. So, we have to talk about them, and this first sentence is defining what it is, how the bridge is. So, let us give importance to this. Those who were willing repaired the bridge. Repaired, I am adding a new word to this, and this itself shows that the bridge was damaged. Those who were willing repaired the village, repaired the bridge. Did you buy the book? You saw it in the shop. Whom and which. Here, did you buy the book? We are talking about the book. So, let us give importance to that. So, the relative pronoun automatically we have to use which. We are not talking about a person, about the book. That is why I am selecting which as a relative class, relative pronoun. So, the answer will be, did you by the book which you saw in the shop. Here in the second sentence, it defines the book. Instead of that, we have shown it in the first sentence itself. So I am removing it. Here I am adding which. The book is here. So next to that we have to give the relative pronoun because it relates to the book. And from these exercises, no question is given in the examination, but it may be given, so it is expected. So you have to learn this. Now the next item is reading skill. That means you have given a passage in the text and you have some questions at the back of it, and this will be useful. This can be asked in the examination, giving a paraphrase and asking questions. It comes under comprehension. So let us I read that, then later on we will see the answers. Page number 58 in your textbook. Reading skill. It is a cup every nation on the world map would love to lay its hand on. And here they are talking about the FIFA World Cup trophy. FIFA World Cup trophy. That means football trophy. And they are giving description about the ball in the very beginning. It weighs a little more than 5 kg and it measures 36.5 cm vertically. It is made of 18 karat gold and has a base 13 centimeter in diameter, containing 2 layers of malachite, which is a precious mineral. 2 human figures holding up the earth are depicted on this holy grail of football, the FIFA World Cup trophy. The trophy is described here, the trophy, that means the cup. And now let us go to the text. It is a cup every nation on the world map would love to lay its hands on. The World Cup football tournament owes its creation to the zeal of 2 French administrators, Jules Rimet and Henri Delaney. It is little wonder then that a French sculptor, Abel Lafleur, was asked to craft the trophy to be awarded to the winners of the inaugural World Cup in 1930. And actually the FIFA, the expansion of FIFA is Federation of International Football Association. Federation of International Football Association. It was started in the year 1905. And the cup was designed by the French sculptor Abel Lafleur in the year 1930. Lafleur christened his baby Victory because the winged Greek goddess of victory, Nike, inspired his design. Here, the Greek goddess of victory, the name is Nike, inspired the design, and having this goddess in his mind, he has prepared it. Victory with a weight of 3.5 kg and a height of 35 centimeter was made of solid gold on a blue base of lapis lazuli. It comprised an octagonal cup supported by a winged figure represented Nike, and it was made like the Nike, who is the Greek goddess of victory. The trophy was named after the FIFA president Jules Rimet in honor of the Frenchman's service to the game. According to FIFA's World Cup rules, a team winning the tournament 3 times would gain ownership of the trophy. Brazil did so in 1970 to take home the Jules Rimet trophy. The Jules Rimet trophy was stolen from an exhibition at Westminster Central Hall in London 4 months before the 1966 World Cup. Miraculously, the trophy was found wrapped in a newspaper in a garden 7 days later. It was not Scotland Yard that traced the coveted trophy. A mongrel named Pickles found the ultimate football prize while on a morning walk with its owner. Brazil reacted furiously to the theft, saying it was a sacrilege that would never have been committed in Brazil, where even its thieves loved football too much. But Brazil had egg on its face 17 years later when the Jules Rimet trophy was stolen from the National Football Federation office in Rio de Janeiro. Winners of the World Cup nowadays receive only a replica which is gold plated. Since 1974, the name of the winners and the year are engraved on the base of the trophy. FIFA may have to commission a new trophy for the 2042 World Cup because the trophy has space to accommodate the winners and the winning years only until 2038. And from this passage, what we understand is in 1966 World Cup was stolen by someone, and it was found by a dog named Pickles. That is very, very important. And from that time onwards, they are not giving the original cup to the winners. Instead of that, they are giving replica of it, gold plated only they are giving. And by seeing this, and the trophy has got some space at the bottom, every winner's name will be engraved in it, and it would be enough until 2038. 2038 only it will be enough, the space will be enough. So all the people, all the players, they are demanding that another trophy should be made. So let us see how the questions are asked. Answer the following. And this practice will be very useful for you to attend in the examination. The Holy Grail of football refers to dash. And some options are given. Malachite, B, the FIFA trophy, C, 6 gold carats, D, the picture of two human beings, holding up the earth, which will be the answer for this. The Holy Grail of football it is football. Football refers to dash. Malachite, the FIFA trophy, the 6 gold carats, the picture of 2 human beings holding up the earth, and the answer will be the FIFA trophy. The FIFA trophy. Holy Grail of football refers to the FIFA trophy. The phrase lay its hands on means dash. to steal, to grab, to secure, to give away. The phrase lay its hands on, what will be the answer for this? Lay its hands on, that means to secure, means to secure. Victory owes its name to dash. A, option A, lapis lazuli, jewels, remet, the Greek goddess, Nike. D, a Greek bird. From the story, you might have understood that the victory trophy is made in remembrance of the Greek goddess Nike. So, this will be the answer C, the Greek goddess Nike is the answer for this. Fourth one, Jules Rimet was an eminent personality. Eminent personality dash. In what? A is in the political arena, B in cine field, C in diamond trade, D is amid the pattern of football. Jules Rimet was an eminent personality amidst the pattern of football. D is the answer for this. D is the answer. The next one, pickles is a name of dash. A, an officer from Scotland Yard. B is B, a dog on a morning walk. C, the sculptor of the trophy. D is the captain of the Brazilian team. Pickles is the name of, and we have already seen in that passage that Pickles is the name of a dog who found the trophy. which was last. So the answer is C. A dog on a morning walk. Next one, the thieves of Brazil dash. A. Loved the trophy. B. Loved their country. Loved football intensely. D. Despised football. The thieves of Brazil. By seeing the Brazil, we know that it is a game of their land, game of their country. The national game of Brazil is the football. So you might have watched the football, and the wealth of their country, Mr. Pele, and he has been serving for his country, for the team, Brazil team. And the thieves, they loved the trophy, loved their country, loved football intensely, and despised football. They did not love the trophy, but they loved the football intensely. Even the culprits and the thieves in Brazil, they also love their country's game, football. So the answer is loved football intensely. This is the answer for this. And pick out the phrase from the passage which means had to face shame. Pick out the phrase from the passage which means had to face shame. The answer will be had eggs on its face. The country which lost in the football match had to face the egg on its face. That is the meaning of it. Next one, why would FIFA need a new trophy for the World Cup tournament in 2042? Why would FIFA need a new trophy for the World Cup tournament in 2042? Because there was only little space up to the year 2038, and the answer will be the trophy has space for the winners only until 2038. and after that they may need a new one. So they are demanding a new one, not now itself. The next item is advertisement writing, and creating advertisement is a fun, and it shows, it brings out your talent, and you are not going to mug up this answer for this question, and you are going to make your own advertisement, and in any design you can create your own, and this is the only place where you can show your talent, and it is asked in the English second paper. You have 5 marks for this, and in your text page number 61 there is an advertisement given, and at the bottom of it you find the advertisement above has some catchy words and phrases. Some sentences are given: colorful toys, novel, lovely, safe to use, non-toxic, handy, etc. 10% discount, sale for 3 days only, venue Guild of Service Hall, Egmore, Chennai. And from this they have arrived the advertisement, and the advertisement given in your text is not at all catchy, and you can make your own advertisement instead of that. Now see on the screen, you can see the ad given in your text, and in English second paper, section 3, question number 12. In April 2012, what was asked in that? Let us see. Prepare an advertisement on the formation given below. The option A is Z Fine Arts Academy. Admission open. Carnatic vocal, veena, violin, guitar, keyboard classes, drawing, and art classes. Contact number. Duration of the class. And fee. This is the passage given in the question paper. You have to prepare an advertisement for that. You first to draw a rectangle or a oval shape or something which you like. The shape you like, you can create, and from this you arrive at what is needed. Since it is fine arts, and you can even draw the small diagrams of violin, veena and all. If at all you know that, if at all you know to draw the diagrams, you can very well put it as you like, and the duration of the class and all, that is left to you. And if I give you any instruction regarding this, it will not be helpful for you. So you create your own ideas for this. And in the same question, the one more option is also given, or B. Eagle Electronic Limited 30% discount sale. All electronic appliances additional warranty. Gifts with every purchase. Here in this passage there is no contact number or address is given, but you can create your own. Don't forget, you will get one more mark extra for this, and you create your own address in this advertisement. Eagle Electronic Limited 30% discount sale, and this can be given importance, and all electronic appliances and additional warranty, gifts with every purchase, and gifts is also given importance. Okay. In October 2012, the question was A. Mouth watering, delicious food, hygienic, preparation, affordable, price, excellent service, open air, elegant and posh. In this ad also no address is given, but by reading this you can come to and understand that it is about a hotel, open air and excellent service. That gives you the idea for this. Okay, and here you can very well add a diagram to that. And the next one is one more option is given in that. Sale of furniture. Sale of furniture, wooden chairs, dining tables, teak wood tables, comfortable sofa cum bed, all under one roof. Door delivery. %15 less. Hurry. Here also the addressee is not given. You can create your own, but don't go for drawing the furnitures and all. You need not draw the furnitures here, as it will take a lot of time. So give importance to this 15% less, but this only will be catchy to the public, and you go through the newspapers and you will get the idea for your design, idea for your advertisement. Okay, now one more. April 2013, Pen World. Pen World, mightier than sword, variety of pens. Different dazzling colors, writes smoothly, prices from 10 to rupees 100, rupees 1000 it is given. For gifts, personal use. It is an ad about the pen world it is, and they are giving a lot of different types of pens, and they are giving the description about the pen, writes smoothly, prices from 10 to 1000. For gifts, it can be given as gifts and it can be used as personal use. So for this also you have to prepare an ad for this, and you are free to do it. That is very important. The next one is Suzy Hyundai. New cars, sales, special offer, spot booking, exchange offer, venue, Gandhi Nagar, Madurai. In this advertisement, you have the brand's name, the company's name, and the address is given, the venue is given. They are just exhibiting the new cards. So if you want, you can draw the figure of a car, or you can give. And one more thing, by seeing this advertisement, you don't think that you have to use only these words, and you can create your own words also. You can include your own words also. Okay, you have got 5 marks for this, don't miss it. Next, let us see a poem. Poem number 3 in your textbook, page number 62. And the topic of the poem is manliness. It is written by Rudyard Kipling. Rudyard Kipling is famous for his poems, and his famous poem Machine was once kept in the in our syllabus, and he once lived in India, and he has written stories about the tigers, and so he is famous for his writings. Now let us see the poem. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, and if you can meet with the triumph and disaster, and treat those two impostors just as the same. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can dream, that means if at all you dream and not make dreams your master, you do not stand only on the dreams that you see in your sleep or when you are awake. Dreams should not master yourself. That means you have to go beyond that. And if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, that means you will be thinking something and only up to that. You should not stop your thinking. You should go beyond that. That is what the poem is saying in these two lines. And with the thought, that should not be your aim. You should go beyond that. That is the aim of the poet. If you can meet with the triumph and disaster, and the triumph and disaster, if at all you happen to meet the good and the bad, and the pleasure and sad, and if at all you meet triumph and disaster, and treat those two impostors, so they are not real, so you are not supposed to treat those two just as the same. You treat those two impostors just as the same. You have to treat the good as well as the bad as the same. If you can meet with the triumph and disaster, and you treat those two impostors just as the same. And here in the first line we have dreams and again dreams. So what is the figure of speech? What is the figure of speech given here? It is alliteration. Alliteration. The same sound, the same consonant is repeated. That means alliteration is dream and dream. In the first line, dream and dream. And in the next line also you have the alliteration think and thought. The it is given repeated in the same line. So these two are alliterations. And these two are given as a figure of speech. What is the figure of speech employed in this figure of speech? Employed in this paragraph is personification. Personification, because they are treated as impostors. Impostors is related to the persons, that means for us. So it is the figure of speech is personification. And this poem is memory poem, so you are supposed to memorize this. So again I am going to read again. If you can dream and not make the dreams your master, and if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, and if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just as the same. The next stanza, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can force your heart, nerve and sinew, heart and nerve, that means your total body. The sinew means a cord, a tough cord, bed joints, muscles to bone. A tough cord, that means a white cord will be connecting your bones and muscles. That is why we are able to move out our hands, move out our body and all that. That is called a sinew. That means your total body, heart, nerve and sinew, that means that your total body, and to serve your turn long after they are gone. That means you may become old, even if you become old. And so hold on when there is nothing in you. That means you don't have anything after your body has gone out. except the will which says to them, hold on. That means you will be having only the will to serve. That will, so you are not, even if your body is not in your control, you should not say hold on. With that, you should not stop your thoughts, you should not stop your thinking and ideas and so on. You have to go on. That is what the poet is saying here. And in the second line, you have turn and they are alliterations. Alliterations. They and turn are the alliterations. And in the fourth line also you have will and which. They are also alliterations. If at all you are given a passage in the examination and asked for alliteration, you can very well quote these two. And here alliteration, the rhyme scheme is sinew and you, gone and on. So the rhyme scheme, even in the first stanza also you have the rhyme scheme. It is A B rhyme scheme. So the rhyming words are sinew and you, gone and on. In the first stanza also you have the rhyme scheme A B, and the next stanza also it is carried over. Next stanza, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that is in it, and what is more, you will be a man, my son. If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, that means even if you have got time, that means your time has gone out and you have gone out of time, and you should not think of the past that is gone out, and you may go to a distance worth of 60 minutes, 60 seconds, and you are not supposed to think of it, and you have to go further. Yours is the earth and everything that is in it. The earth is in your hands. That means you have to act for the day, for today, the earth and everything that is in it. And everything, what are the things you have in the world, what are the things you are going to achieve in the world is in your hands. So you are not supposed to think of the past, that means the past hours that is already past. And what is more, you will be a man, my son. What is more, and that is everything in your hands, everything is in the world. So you don't be upset for anything, so you go on. That is the thing, that is the advice given by the poet. So he is just calling you all the youngsters as my son. Again, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that is in it, and what is more, you will be a man, my son. And here in this you have alliterations. In the second stanza you have alliterations 60 and seconds, and you have in the third stanza also earth and everything. In the third stanza also you have more and man, more and man. And here also the rhyme scheme is minute, in it, run, sun. So rhyme scheme in this stanza is A B and rhyming words. Minute and in it, and only it can also be written, and run, sun. And now let us see how the questions are asked from this poem. How can dreams become masters? From the first stanza you have, how can dreams become masters? How can dream become masters? How can dreams become masters? The answer will be, if you only live in a dream. Dream world, then dream will become a master. When the dream will make you a master, if you only live in a dream world, then dream will become a master. That will master you if you only live up to the dream. That means in the dream world only you are. If you are going on dreaming, you will not achieve anything. That is what given in this. The next question is, when something you had expected fervently had not materialized. How did you react? When something you had expected fervently had not materialized, how did you react? Fervently, it is sincerely. The meaning is sincerely. If you go on do your work sincerely and you are not giving your work, it is the meaning of this is workout. To work out. If you go on do some work and the result is nothing, how will you react? That is the question asked. Though, and there is no answer given in the text, you have to write it yourself. Though I was disappointed. Sure, everyone will be disappointed if the things are not materialized. Disappointed. I would overcome that thought and made another start. Very nicely it is given. Though I was disappointed, I would overcome that thought and made another start. That means when I am disappointed, I will not sit with sad, and I would react and I would overcome that sadness and I would start with fresh thoughts and fresh minds. I made another start. It is because in the question the past tense is given, that is why I am using past tense in the answer also. Now the next question is, what keeps one going on in spite of being repeatedly confronted with failures. What keeps one going on? In spite of being repeatedly confronted with failures. If at all you face only the failures, whatever you do, if you face failures, what would you do? That is the question asked. And if at all you have a strong will overcomes the loss and keep us going. If at all you have a strong will that will overcome the loss, then it will allow us to keep going. That is the answer given. The next question is, which quality would you consider is most essential for man in order to face the challenges of life? Which quality would you consider is most essential for man in order to face the challenges in life? What kind of quality do you need to face the consequences? One should have perseverance to face the challenges of life. One should have perseverance to face the challenges of life. Perseverance means a strong will. If at all you have a strong will, you will be able to face the challenges in life. Next question is memorize the poem. Memorize the poem. So you have already memorized this, I hope so. So we will have the appreciation questions now. What are the appreciations asked in this poem? Which word is frequently repeated in this poem? How it is significant? How it is significant? Which word is frequently repeated in this poem? How it is significant? And two sentences will be given in the examination. You will be asked some appreciation questions, and this one is expected. Since it is given in the textbook, it is expected. So the answer is the word if is frequently repeated. It puts the condition. It puts the condition to every actions which contributes to success in life. If is frequently repeated in this, and if you go through the text again, if you go through the poem again, in the first stanza, all the 4 lines start with if. It is a condition, as you know very well. So, if is frequently repeated in this poem, and it puts the conditions to every action which contributes to success in life. For every contribution, for every success, if you do that, if you do like this, such conditions are given by the poet. The next question is given in stanza 1. We find the rhyme scheme AB AB. Is this applicable to the remaining stanzas also? Read the question again. In stanza 1, we find the rhyme scheme AB AB. Is this applicable to the remaining stanzas also? Of course, yes, the answer is yes, but we have to give the full sentence. So, the same rhyme scheme is repeated in the remaining stanzas also. This will be the answer for that. The third question is, describe the 2 impostors. 2 impostors mentioned in this poem. Why are they termed so? Describe 2 impostors mentioned in the poem, but in the examination you will be given only 2 lines. So, in the questions you may find in these lines, why are they termed so? Termed means why are they called so? That is a question asked. And what are those 2 impostors? Triumph and disaster are the 2 impostors. Because they are not real. They keep on changing. Those 2 are triumph and disaster. That means victory and defeat. And that is, they are not standard ones, and they will be repeated, and they are not real, and they will keep on changing. That is the answer given here. And what would you identify as the differences between a boy and a man from your study of this poem. What would you identify as the differences between a boy and a man from your study of this poem? And as the poet says, a boy dreams a lot. He will be in the dream world, as he says, and thinks a lot. Thinks a lot. He lives in a dream world. He lives in a dream world. When he grows up, he learns how to live and how to materialize. Those dreams. A boy dreams a lot and thinks a lot. He lives in a dream world. When he grows up, he learns how to live and how to materialize those dreams. And when he grows up as a man, you can very well understand that when he grows up as a man. In April 2012, question number 41. If you can meet with the triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just as the same, these two lines are given, and the question is, appreciation question is, who are those impostors? That we know very well. Triumph. In the question, in the stanza, in the lines, you have the answer for this. So you can very well copy it from your question itself. Triumph and disaster are those impostors. From the question itself, you can arrive the answer. And the question number 45, one full paragraph is given, the total paragraph. It is the second stanza from your poem. Bring out the rhyme scheme used in these lines. The rhyme schemes. The rhyme schemes used in these lines, A, B, A, B. This is the answer. A, B, A, B. Describe the various qualities of manliness. Describe the various qualities of manliness. And it is a paragraph question. You have 5 marks for this. So let us see the paragraph question after seeing the other questions. In October 2012, if you can meet with the triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just as the same. The same lines are, same question is also repeated in October also. So just think that it is very important. Who are those impostors? And triumph and disaster are those impostors. And the first stanza is given. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, and you have 4 lines here. Bring out the rhyme scheme using in these lines. Bring out the rhyme scheme that we have already seen. The rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme used in these lines A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. And question number 49, describe the various qualities of manliness. The same question is repeated here also, the same paragraph is asked in the next October 2012 also. So, it is an important question, let us see it later on. In April 2013, only one question is asked from this poem. If you can meet with the triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, in the first stanza, the third and fourth lines. Identify the figure of speech employed here. This we have already seen. The figure of speech, employed here is personification. What is personification? We have already dealt with that. Personification, that is connected with the persons, they are connected with us. So, the triumph and disaster are connected with the life of people. So, it is personification. And from the figure of speech employed here, up to this, you get from the question itself. From the question itself, you can make this sentence. And in October 2013, question number 41, if you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make your thoughts your aim, how can dreams become our master? This was the question we have seen in the very beginning, and the answer will be, if you live only in a dream world, then the dream will become your master. If you live only with your dreams in a dream world, you will not be able to achieve anything. That is what the poet is saying. And in this poem, the paragraph question is very, very important, since it was asked twice. So, just go through. When I read, please describe the various qualities of manliness. Rudyard Kipling describes the various qualities of manliness. In the first line, we give the name of the poet. Rudyard Kipling describes the various qualities of manliness in this poem, Manliness. We should not always live in a dream world. We should not get lost in thoughts. That means we should go beyond that. That is what the poet is saying. Action is more important than dreams and thoughts. Success and defeat are like imposters. They come and go in everyone's life. We should learn to treat them as the same. We may grow old as days pass by, but we should hold on to our efforts with a will. We should not give up when we are close to the goal. If we persist, we will succeed. The earth will come under our control. That is what the poet is saying. We should not stop with the thinking, we should not stop with the dreams, we should go beyond that. Even if we become old, you must have the will, courage to face all the challenges in life. Next, we have a story from Supplementary Reader, and this is a story written by Bonnie Chamberlain. It is a short story. The title of the story is The Face of Judas Iscariot. Iscariot, and in Tamil also Judas Iscariot we say. And here in this story we have only two characters. One is the painter. The name of the painter is not given in the story, and the next one is the model whom he has selected for posing. And here let me read the story now. An old priest told me this story when I was very young. I have since wondered many times where it came from. No one has been able to tell me. And this story, where it started, where it was originally told, writer does not know from where it come from. Centuries ago, a great artist was engaged to paint a mural. A mural is a wall painting. It is painting done on a wall. Mural, painting done on a wall. For the cathedral in the Sicilian town. In Sicily, there was a church. Cathedral means church. The subject was the life of Judas. Life of Jesus. It is. The painting, the title of the painting is Life of Jesus, and it was a mural painting. A painter is doing it. The subject was the life of Jesus. For many years, the artist labored diligently. It means diligently. Showing care and effort. It was a big one, a big painting, a huge one. So he was working it for days together. For many years, the artist labored diligently, and finally the painting was finished, except for two most important figures, the child Jesus and Judas Iscariot. He searched far and wide for models for those two figures, and he was about to complete the mural, the painting, but he could not get models for two characters. One is the child Jesus, and another one is Judas Iscariot. The one model is child Jesus, and another one is Judas Iscariot. For these two, he was searching for models for these two. One day, while walking in an old part of the city, he came upon some children playing in the street. Among them was a 12-year-old boy whose face stirred the painter's heart. A boy, 12 years old boy. And he found a boy of 12 years who can be fit for the model of child Jesus. Among them, it was the face of an angel, a very dirty one perhaps, but the face he needed. That was the face he needed for posing as the child Jesus, 12 years old boy. And he had the innocent face, and the painter decided that he would fit for that character. The artist took the child home with him, and day after day the boy sat patiently until the face of the child Jesus was finished. And the boy was patiently facing the painter as a model. But the painter still found no one to serve as model for the portrait of Judas. For the other character, the portrait of Judas, one who betrayed Jesus, as you know very well, the story from the Bible, and he could not get the model for Judas Iscariot. For years, haunted by fear that his masterpiece would remain unfinished, he continued his search. He was searching for the correct model, and he could not get a model for this. The story of the unfinished masterpiece spread afar, and many men fancying themselves of wicked countenance. Wicked countenance. 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 Face. Appearance. Appearance. With wicked countenance, because the Judas was having a wicked face, so he was searching for such kind of model, and the news reached all through the world, and many came to him, and they were ready to face, offered to pose as models for the face of Judas, but in vain. But he could not select from them. The old painter looked for a face that would serve to show Judas as he had envisioned him. And the painter was having a figure in his mind, envisioned. He has already decided what kind of the face should be. So he was searching and searching and searching. A man warped by life. Warped. This warped. Twisted, distorted, distorted in life, warped by life, enfeebled by surrender to greed and lust. He must be greed, he must have the lust, and he should not be a good man as a total, we can say. Then one afternoon, as he sat in the tavern where the wines are served, it is a bar, we can as well say, old tavern it is. Over his daily glass of wine, a gaunt, made thin by hunger and illness. By hunger and illness, the man was made thin. He was so thin, and he happened to see that such kind of man in the tavern, and a tattered figure straggled across the threshold and fell upon the floor, and he was just wandering near the door. Wine he begged. He asked the painter to offer him the wine. The painter lifted him up and looked into the face that startled him. By seeing his face, the painter was surprised that he is the man he was searching for. So it seemed to bear the marks of every sin of mankind. Every sin, he was having the marks of every sin on his face. Greatly excited, the old painter helped the profligate to his feet. Profligate. Shamelessly immoral person. Immoral person. All kinds of immoral he was in. Profligate. The profligated to his feet. Come with me, he said, and I will give you wine and food and clothing. And the painter lifted him and offered him, and he said, if he comes with him, he would give him all that he needed. Here at last was the model of Judas. For many days and parts of many nights, the painter worked feverishly to complete his masterpiece. And the painter was satisfied with that man, and the man, he took the man to his house, and he completed his masterpiece with him. As the work went on, a change came over the model. A strange tension replaced the stuporous. Stuporous, that means stuporous. It means shocked, dazzled by shock. the model was shocked by seeing his own face on the mural painting. Why? Let us see why. See, a strange tension replaced the student's languor, and his bloodshot eyes were fixed with horror on the painted likeness of himself. And by seeing his own face on the mural painting, on the screen, and the model was shocked. One day, perceiving his subject's agitation, the painter paused in his work. "My son, I would like to help you," he said. "What troubles you so?" And the model was very much agitated by seeing his own face. So the painter asked him what was wrong with him. The model sobbed and buried his face in his hands. The model started weeping, and he buried his face in the painter's hands. After a long moment, he lifted pleading eyes to the old painter's face. Then after some time, he lifted his face and he faced the painter. "Do you not then remember me?" He asked, that model asked the painter, "Do you not then remember me? Years ago, I was your model for the child Jesus." The one who posed as child Jesus was the man now posed as Judas Iscariot. This is the twist given by the novelist. Now let us see the questions at the back of the text. Why did the painting remain unfinished? Why did the painting remain unfinished? Why? The painter could not get models for child Jesus and for Judas Iscariot, because he was looking for the exact apt face. That is why the painting could not be completed. Who served as a model? For the child Jesus. Who served as a model for the child Jesus? A 12 years old boy in the street served as a model for the child Jesus. And keep it in your mind that the child was 12 years old. The painter rejected all the offers he got from men to pose as Judas. Why did he do so? He rejected all the people who came over to him to pose as Judas. Why? The painter had envisioned a man walked by life and weakened by greed and lust. A man who is weakened by greed and lust will fit for that Judas. So that the writer, the painter, was having the figure in his mind. That is why he rejected all the other people. The fourth question. There was a terrible change in the behavior of the model while he posed as Judas. What was the reason for it? There was a terrible change in the behavior of the model while he posed as Judas. What was the reason for it? He was shocked to see his own face and realized the changes that came over him. And the model did not expect such expressions in his face, and he was thinking about his past, and he thought that his face would be as the same as a child. Trace the transformations in the model's life from his childhood to his youth. Trace the transformations in the model's life from his childhood to his youth, when the model was child. There was a peace and charm of Jesus when he grew up. He became a profligate. His eyes became bloodshot. He sank into stuporous. Longer due to excessive drinking. Excessive drinking. When the model was child, there was a peace and charm of Jesus. He was able to pose as a Jesus. When he grew up, he became a profligate. His eyes became bloodshot. He sank into stuporous longer due to excessive drinking, and he was going on drinking after he grew up as a young man. So his face became so dirty and so sinful. Now the next question is, would you consider the story ironical? What is the twist in the story? Let us see the answer. Yes. The same person who posed as child Jesus later posed as Judas. This is the irony. This is the irony in the story, and the twist also the same. The twist in the story. Yeah, the same person who posed as child Jesus later posed as Judas. This is the irony and this is a twist in the story. And now let us go to the next item. Choose the best options for the following questions. And this is given in your textbook. 1. The artist was painting dash. Options are given. A. The life of Judas Iscariot, the life of a young man, the life of an aged man, the life of Jesus. The artist was doing a mural painting and it was about the life of Jesus. So the option is D, the life of Jesus is the answer. The next one, the model for the child Jesus was option A, 6 years old, 12 years old, 14 years old, and an infant. Infant means the baby child. It is. So the artist saw a young boy, a small child of 12 years old. So option B is the answer, 12 years old. Next one, the villainess model the artist sought for, that he was having in his mind about the model. Difficult to find, readily available and located easily, unwilling to pose for him. And he could not find the model for who is fit for Judas. So the A will be the answer. Was difficult to find. That is the answer. Now the next question. The young man who approached the artist begged for dash, and he was begging for the wine. In the tavern he met the young man, and that man, they begged for wine, asked the artist to get him wine. The young man who approached the artist begged for wine. The B is the correct answer. The model was actually dash, the artist's son, one who posed for the child Jesus, angry with the artist, tortured by the artist. And the answer is the model was actually one who posed for the child Jesus. The model was actually one who posed for the child Jesus. Now next let us see the questions asked in the government examinations. And in April 2012, the second question was read the following sentences and identify the character or speaker. And in that, some 5 questions were given. The second question was he begged for wine, and this is taken from this story. That's why I have written only this. He begged for wine, and whom it denotes. Can you tell me? Can you tell me the answer for this? The profligate. The young man, one who was suffering, one who was having greed and lust, and he was the man begged for wine. And next question, the painter found the first model on the street, and this one was match the following. And in that third question, 5 questions were given in that question, and the third question was the painter, and this was found at the end of it. So the painter found the first model on the street, because it is for you to remember for the examinations. Fourth one, the artist was engaged to paint a mural for a option temple, cathedral, mosque, gurudwara, and he was actually painting a mural for cathedral. That means a church. The artist was engaged to paint a mural for a cathedral. Now in the same question, the 7th question was a paragraph question, and you have 5 marks for this. And from this story, this question has been asked. Narrate the story of the model who posed for the artist's mural. In the public examination, April 2013, read the following sentences and identify the character or speaker. And in that, the 4th one is taken from this story. My son, I would like to help you. Who said this? Can you identify? It is the painter. At the end of the story, the painter was consoling him, consoling the man on who posed as Judas. My son, I would like to help you. The next one, complete the following sentences choosing the correct answer from the options given. The artist was painting dash. The options are the life of Judas Iscariot, the life of a young man, life of an old man, the life of Jesus. The artist was painting, what was he painting? He was painting the life of Jesus. Life of Jesus. The artist was painting the life of Jesus, and the same question is repeated. It was asked in 2012 also. The next one is in September 2013. Read the following sentences and identify the character speaker. And the third one is taken from this topic, a gaunt and tattered figure. And who was that? That was a man, one who posed as a Judas. The model for Judas. Model for Judas was looking like an old man, though he was young, by his drinking habit. Complete the following. The model for the child Jesus dash. Again the same question is also repeated. 6 years old, 12 years old, 14 years old, and an infant. And the boy was 12 years old. The model for the child Jesus was 12 years old. In June 2013, that means the immediate examination it is called, and only one question was asked from this topic, from this story. Complete the following sentences choosing the correct answers from the options given. The artist was engaged to paint a dash, and the artist was asked to paint a mural. Scenery, it was not a scenery. Portrait means it is like a passport. like a passport, only the up to bust, the figure will be up to bust, and building you know. So we already know the answer mural. The artist was engaged to paint a mural. That is the answer. Now let us see the paragraph question from the story. How did the painter find a model for the face of Judas Iscariot? How did the painter find a model for the face of Judas Iscariot? Now you can see the answer on the screen. Let us read that. Once a great artist was engaged to paint a mural. The subject was the life of Jesus. He searched for models who can pose as the child Jesus and as Judas Iscariot. One day he saw a 12-year-old boy in the street whose face was like an angel. So the painter used him as a model and painted the face of child Jesus. But he could not get a model for Judas. After many years, he came across a person who had a gaunt and tattered figure. His face bore the marks of all kinds of sin. As the artist started drawing, a change came over the model. The artist was shocked to know that it was he who posed as a model for child Jesus years ago. And this is the answer for the paragraph question. You please go through, and it is expected in the next examination also.